Have you ever woken up in the morning, stretched your arms, tried to get out of bed, and felt like your knees were rusted shut? Or maybe it's your hands, your hips, or your back that sends out a sharp reminder, you're not as young as you used to be. But what if I told you there are simple, natural foods that can help ease that pain? Foods that don't come with side effects, long prescriptions, or big price tags, but can fight the root cause of that stiffness and swelling. Inflammation. Today, I'm going to show you the best anti-inflammatory foods for aging joints and how adding these to your meals could literally change how you feel every single day. Let's get started. As we age, our joints take the brunt of a lifetime of movement. Cartilage begins to wear down, the cushioning between our bones becomes thinner, synovial fluid, which acts like oil in a hinge, starts to dry up. But here's the kicker. Much of the discomfort, the aching, the stiffness, isn't just about wear and tear, it's about inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is the silent engine behind arthritis, joint degeneration, and that bone-on-bone feeling you may have heard about. And this inflammation isn't random. It's often triggered or worsened by what we eat every day. The standard diet, packed with processed sugars, unhealthy oils, and artificial ingredients, is pouring fuel on the fire. But when you eat the right foods, foods that actively reduce inflammation, you're not just soothing your joints, you're slowing down the aging process from the inside out. Let's start with one of the most powerful inflammation fighters on the planet, fatty fish. Especially salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which act like natural fire extinguishers inside your body. They reduce levels of inflammatory compounds like prostaglandins and cytokines. In fact, studies show that omega-3s can be just as effective as over-the-counter NSAIDs, like ibuprofen, for reducing joint pain in conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. But here's what most people don't know. It's not just about eating fish once a month. For real impact, aim for 2 to 3 servings a week, and always go for wild caught if possible. Those fish tend to have higher omega-3 content and fewer harmful toxins. Next up, extra virgin olive oil. This golden liquid isn't just good for your heart, it's fantastic for your joints too. Why? Because olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal. Think of it as nature's ibuprofen. It works in a similar way, blocking the same enzymes, COX-1 and COX-2, that trigger inflammation. But not all olive oils are created equal. You want extra virgin, the kind that's cold-pressed and unrefined. Look for oils that come in dark bottles and smell peppery or slightly bitter. That bitterness is a good sign. It means it's packed with anti-inflammatory polyphenols. Try drizzling it over salads, vegetables, or even mixing a spoonful into your morning smoothie for a subtle, healing boost. Now, let's talk about one of nature's sweetest gifts: berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are bursting with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, the compounds that give berries their deep red, purple, and blue hues. These antioxidants act like bodyguards for your cells, protecting them from oxidative stress, a major contributor to joint inflammation. Berries also lower CRP levels, a marker of inflammation in the blood, and they're packed with fiber, which supports gut health. And as we're now learning, a healthy gut plays a huge role in managing inflammation throughout the entire body. So, how do you eat more berries? Toss them into yogurt, oatmeal, smoothies, or just snack on them frozen straight from the bag. If your plate isn't green, your joints may not be happy. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard are packed with vitamin C, K, and E, all of which support joint health in different ways. Vitamin C helps build collagen, the structural protein in joints. Vitamin K helps protect cartilage. And vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that protects joints from wear and tear. They're also rich in polyphenols and carotenoids, which actively reduce inflammation at the cellular level. Aim for at least 1 big serving of greens each day, whether it's a salad, a sautéed side dish, or blended into a smoothie. Your joints will thank you. Now we enter the world of spices. And there's one superstar we can't skip: turmeric. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which has been studied extensively for its anti-inflammatory effects. In fact, research has shown curcumin can block NF-κB, a molecule that travels into cells and turns on genes related to inflammation. But there's a catch. Curcumin is hard for your body to absorb on its own. That's why you should always pair turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. The pepper contains piperine, which increases absorption by up to 2,000%. Try adding turmeric to soups, stews, or even golden milk, a warm drink made with almond milk, turmeric, ginger, and a dash of honey. Don't underestimate the power of nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. These tiny foods are loaded with anti-inflammatory nutrients like omega-3s, fiber, magnesium, and vitamin E. Walnuts in particular contain alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that helps reduce stiffness and joint swelling. Flax seeds and chia seeds are also high in lignans, antioxidants that protect against cellular damage. Just a handful of nuts a day or a tablespoon of seeds in your yogurt or smoothie can have a big effect over time. Ginger isn't just a warming spice. It's a powerful natural pain reliever. It contains gingerols, which reduce the production of inflammatory chemicals in the body. Several studies have shown that taking ginger regularly can reduce joint pain and improve mobility, especially in people with osteoarthritis. You can slice fresh ginger into tea, grate it into stir-fries, or use powdered ginger in smoothies and baked goods. Even just drinking ginger tea daily can provide long-term benefits. If you're a tea drinker, here's some good news. Green tea is one of the healthiest beverages you can sip for joint health. It's rich in epicallication 3-gallate, EGG, a powerful antioxidant that fights inflammation and protects cartilage from breaking down. Green tea has been shown to reduce the severity of arthritis symptoms and even slow the progression of the disease in some cases. Drink 2 to 3 cups a day, hot or iced, and make sure it's fresh. The longer it steeps, the more antioxidants you get. Refined grains, like white bread and sugary cereals, can spike your blood sugar and increase inflammation. But whole grains, such as quinoa, brown rice, oats, and barley, have the opposite effect. They're rich in fiber, which supports gut health and helps keep inflammation in check. And they contain important minerals like magnesium and selenium that aid in joint repair. Aim to swap out refined carbs with whole grains as often as possible. It's one of the simplest dietary changes with the biggest benefits for aging joints. It may sound too simple to be true, but hydration plays a massive role in joint health. Joints are surrounded by synovial fluid, a jelly-like substance that lubricates movement. But this fluid is mostly made of water. When you're dehydrated, your joints feel dry, tight, and painful. Make it a habit to sip water throughout the day. Add lemon slices, cucumber, or mint if plain water bores you. Even herbal teas count toward your intake. Now that we've talked about what to eat, let's briefly touch on what to avoid. If you want your joints to heal, avoid these major inflammation triggers: processed sugars found in soda, candy, and baked goods, refined carbs like white bread and pastries, trans fats found in margarine, fast food, and many packaged snacks, excess alcohol, which can spike inflammation, and red and processed meats, which increase CRP levels and promote joint degradation. You don't have to cut everything out overnight, but the more you reduce these foods, the better your joints will feel. So there you have it, a joint-saving, inflammation-fighting, life-extending grocery list that could transform your body from the inside out. Aging doesn't have to mean living in pain. You don't need to give up your favorite hobbies, stop taking walks, or wince every time you get out of a chair. With the right foods, real foods, your body can rebuild, regenerate, and recover. Every bite you take is either feeding inflammation or fighting it. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on aging strong, staying healthy, and living your best life after 60. And don't forget to share this with someone you care about, because we all deserve a life without pain. Until next time, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live.